Hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us into test, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Good morning, grade 11 years again.
Good morning, Ma'am Sheena. Good morning, teachers. Good morning, classmates. It's nice to see you this morning.
Okay, before you settle down, kindly arrange your chairs and align it. Okay, done arranging your chairs. You can all settle down. Okay, who is your secretary? Secretary, who is absent and excused today? Kindly list all the absent and excused and pass to me later. Pass it, huh? Okay, pass it to me later. So before we start, let me establish first my classroom rules. So do you see my classroom rules? Grade 11U. So first, acronym of learn, L stands for listen attentively so that you will understand our discussion. Next is engage respectfully. So I want you to respect your classmates to have a safe environment here in our class. Next is always follow instructions. So you must always follow my instructions so that you will not ask me again and again. Next is raise your hand before you speak. So if you want to answer the questions that I will be asking, you will raise your hand. Don't answer me in chorus, okay? Next is nurture a positive attitude. So here and beyond the school, in this school, you will nurture your positive attitude. Are my classroom rules clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So let's have a recap. So before that, for those students who will participate in my class and answer the questions that I'll be asking, will receive a ticket. For this ticket, serve as your reward. You will show it to me so that you will claim your reward later on. So let's have a recap. So what was your last topic with Ma'am Cristel last meeting? Okay, you naka-stripe?
Research report.
Okay, it's all about research report. So what was the research report all about? Okay, you girl wearing black t-shirt. What is research report all about? Okay, use evidence to support your position. Okay, so that was your topic class meeting with Ma'am Cristel. So before that, I have here a picture. Do you see the pictures? Okay, based on that pictures, are you familiar with that? Are you familiar with that documents or that pictures? Huh? So where do you usually use that documents? Okay, stand up. We're going to answer. Where do you usually use that documents? Okay, all used in research. So why is it important? So what are the importance of that documents? What are the importance of that documents? Why are they important in school or in work? Now, if you want to answer, just raise your hand. Why are they important in school or work? So first, do you see the last picture? What is that? Do you familiar with that? Okay, Zara, Sinead. How about this one? This side. Letter. Okay, so why are they important in school or in workplace? Unsa ka man important si man? Okay? You start?
To promote awareness and to give accurate information.
To promote awareness and
Provide information.
provide information
Necessary in the one.
necessary to school. Okay, thank you. So, anybody who would answer? Why is it important to have these documents in school or in work? Huh? Do you have any idea, thoughts? Why is it important? To make your louder your voice so that your classmates can hear you. To make your work reliable and credible. Thank you. So, based on these pictures and the questions that I asked, do you have any idea what will be our lesson for today? Or are you ready to learn a new lesson for today? Okay, so our topic for today is about professional correspondence or professional writing. But before that, let me have first my learning objectives. Okay, can you see the learning objectives? Okay, can you read the learning objectives?
Identify the different types of professional correspondence. Appreciate the importance of professional correspondence in communicating effectively in school and workplace. Write one professional correspondence of your choice using your phone.
Okay, so I hope you will attain that during and after our discussion, the learning objectives. So before we start our lesson proper, let's have first the activity titled Identify and Explain. So in this activity, I will be having grouping siguro 4 groups. To be fair with all, I'll be counting you 1, 2, 4. 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. Kelly, 2. You're number 2. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So all number 1, kindly stand up so that you can recognize your members. Okay, group 1. Okay, sit down. Group 2. Okay, sit down. Group 3. Okay, group 4. Okay, so that you can recognize your members. Okay, sit down. For this, in this area will be the group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Okay, go to the group in the count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now sit down. So are you now in your groups? Okay. Alright, group 1. Here. Group 2. Group 3. And group 4. In your groups, you will choose a leader. In your group, you will choose leader. But you're not choosing your leader. Silence. Okay, not choosing your leader. Okay, who's the leader? Who is the leader in group 1? Huh? Okay, group 2. Group 3. Group 4. Okay, so instructions. Listen, everybody. So in this activity, you will be able to pick one professional correspondent. So the leader will pick here, huh? The leader will pick here. And then in the professional correspondence that you pick, okay? Pick first. Who are the group 1? The leader of the group 1. Okay, pick. The group 2. Group 3. And the last one, the group 4. Okay, are you familiar with the professional correspondence that you pick? Are you familiar with it? So in that professional correspondence, silence. In that professional correspondence, you will answer these following questions. First, you will ask what is the purpose of this professional correspondence. Second, where it is commonly used. And third, what important name. Okay? Okay, so I'll be providing you a Manila paper so that you will be able to answer here. Group 1. What is the last number? 1. So you are group 2. Okay, well, the group 3 and group 4. Group 2 and group 4. Kindly get the Manila paper. Okay, instructions. So before answering the questions, I want you to brainstorm with your members so that you will come up and answer any ideas. And after that, you will put your answers in the Manila paper. After answering, you will present your output here in front. And then, and take note, I want you to designate your members. The one who will write, the one who will present, and the one who will hold the Manila paper. And after that, you will place your output here in front. So make sure that your members are collaborating with you. So work with your activity silently. So for those groups are very noisy, I will deduct your points. I will deduct your score. Make sure that you brainstorm with your group members. Brainstorm first so that you will come up with the answers in the questions. Okay, boys at this side, what group are you? Group? Go to your group, Jenny. Okay, work with your output silently. What group are you? Group? So the time is 8:18. So you will present your output at the time is 8:15 and you will present your output at 8:30. Okay. And the time is 8:18 and you will present your output at 8:40. What is it? Okay, for the members, Katigal Motabang would include it in your group. And also at the back of your Manila paper, don't forget to write your members and what group you are. So, Joseph, you are group 3. So here is the group 3. Group 3? What group are you? Done, group 3. Group 2. Are you done?
Students the information they need to bring say that so when we shut up correspondence personal correspondence is or fresh graduates grade 12 high school. So it is professional. So it is only seen in social media like Facebook. There you have way now inform students. Inform them sa mga students gusto nila ka also private sa ilahang idea it is a so that also mula pa sa ilahang kung saan sa dapat mga hatol. So where is it commonly used? It is commonly used in college universities where college students can take entrance exam. So mga college universities like Anisa Atla, Baiso, may mga UP. Then what information should be the information should be that are how to take the exams. Kailangan nyo na specific what should they nananduman like na. Then when is like makita ko kung sa oras na kay basing di ka inform na kung ano kayo kalbunan di ka makatake na sa exam kaya mas mawahila so asa ang venue or the entrance exam so dili tanan dili ilahang mismo university o ilahang venue kaya na ko isa so what say dapat say mga dapat buhaton dapat
Okay, let's give a hand for group 1. Next is the group 2. Okay, group 2 is your center. Okay, kindly place your alcohol here in the wall. Here's the sketch tape. No, present first. The group 2. Present first, and after presenting, you place your alcohol in the wall. Okay, we now start group 2.
So good morning everyone. Why they're applying for this job. Next question, where is it commonly used? So it is commonly used when applying for a job. The next question is, what important information should be included? So based on the isa sa aming research, the trial panels, so what are the information there? The important information that should be included are the accurate information, their name, age, address, number, and then the purpose and the result of the application.
Okay, let's give a hand for group 2. Kindly Okay, let's give a hand for group 3. Last to present is the group 4. Okay, listen everybody to the presenter of group 4. Let's give a hand for group 4. Okay, face around group 4. Okay. How do you find making that activity? Raise your hand if you want to answer. How do you find making that activity? Okay, can you stand up? Okay, face around.
First time ako
Okay, thank you for that. Who wants to answer? Okay. How do you find making the activity? Okay, how about you? How do you find making the activity? Since I already gonna write the resume. Okay. So, is there any similarities with those professional correspondents? Do you find similarities? How about you, Nakapalagi?
I find in similar to other correspondencies. It's comfortable to inform the audience or the mga people on what to do or
Okay, thank you. So how about the others? Do you find similarities in the one, the professional correspondence? Okay. I will give a chance to others, okay? You? Do you have any? Shh, listen, everybody. Louder your voice. Application for employment. Okay, thank you. So, why is it important to use a proper format and clear information in these documents? How about that side at the back? Why is it important to use proper format? Huh? Here at back. Huh? Do you have what is? Why is it important to use a proper format? Ano yung importante man? Do you have any idea? Wala? At the side. Huh? Okay. Sana? Why is it important to use proper format and clear information in these documents? Okay, thank you. Last answer for the last question. So how can these professional correspondents help you in school in your future career? Okay, after. Okay, thank you. For the last answer, you? How can these professional respondents help you? Okay, listen everybody, louder your voice. Okay. Okay, thank you for that. So, those are the examples of professional correspondence. Okay, go back to your seats, permanent seats. Okay, are you now in your seats? Okay, based from the activity, the pictures that I presented, what is professional correspondence? What is professional correspondence or professional writing? I assume that you have an idea because you do the activity, you answer the questions, and you saw the pictures that I presented. So what is professional correspondence or professional writing? Okay, stand up. Pictures. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So professional correspondence so professional correspondence, kuno, it is a formal written. It is especially used in school and workplace. So those pictures that I presented earlier, those are the professional correspondence that you need to submit either in a school or in the workplace. Boys at this side, are you listening? Okay, so and it also helps communicate clearly, professionally, and effectively. So that is professional correspondence. So next is why professional correspondence is important. Why is it important? Huh? Why is it important, boys? Since you're busy talking with your classmates, so maybe you can share. Huh? Maybe you can share what is the importance of why professional correspondence is important. Huh? Okay, what's your name? Justin? Since you're busy talking with your classmates. Okay, stand up. Okay, louder your voice. To inform people and huh? To inform people. Okay, stand up. Continue. It is to inform people and okay, thank you. So why is it important? It also will inform the people when using those professional letters. So it helps communicate ideas clearly. So you stated there your information, so the interviewer of that specific school or workplace can communicate your ideas clearly with those requirements. So shows professionalism. And then useful for school and future career. So it is useful, especially for you if you want to apply a job someday. And organizes information properly. So in those specific professional correspondence, especially in the resume, so you will state there your information so that the interviewer of that specific workplace or school can nabili na mangutana kay your information is stated na there. So there are types of professional correspondence. So the type of professional correspondence is first is the resume. Next is college admission application letter. Third is application letter for employment. And last is office correspondence. So in office correspondence, there are three majors. Those are the business letter, business memo, and business email. So I will show you a format and sample later so that you can identify asana ang resume, where is the college application, and the employment and the office correspondence. So let's tackle first the resume. So a resume is a document that summarizes a person's education, skills, and experiences. So have you seen a resume now? Have you created a resume or not? Those? You create a resume na? Okay, so how about the others? Wala pa. What's your name? Rain already created a resume na. Next, it is commonly used when applying for a job. So when you apply a job, the requirements first is you need to pass or to submit your resume. So the parts of resume is there is a heading. You familiar with this heading? Okay, there's a heading in a resume. Your career objective, your career summary, professional qualifications, your skills. You input there your what's the skills na ninyo. And then your educational background or what's the nahuwanan ninyo. And then employment history if you are working in that specific company and you want to apply in the other company. So you state there your employment history. And then trainings and seminars that you attended. So you put your trainings and seminars that you attended. So you put there in your resume and also the awards that you received. And lastly, the references. So you must put the references. So this is the format of a resume. You clearly see the format. So here, his career objective is, for example, seeking an entry-level writing position with focus on PR and corporate communication, technical writing, copywriting, copy editing, and prompt reading. So this is the career objectives. And this is the career summary. Do you see the career summary? And the professional qualifications, educational background, employment history niya, and then the trainings and seminars that he attended, the awards that he received, and the references. What is it? So the references is kanang imuhang para murag ikuan nila ilang clarify of those ani ba nga mga kanang ani nga part is kanang true ba siya. Okay. So that is a resume. Nasabtan na ba what is a resume and its parts? Next is the college admission application letter. So, can you read everybody?
A formal letter written by students of college or university to apply for admission to a specific program.
So, it is written by a student. If you want to apply for in that specific college in yung applyan. So, there are also not all the college, there are also kanang high school, bitaw nga need po sila og application letter. So, there are some high schools that also need the admission application letter, not also the college universities. And you will input there your specific program or course. What is it, Kelly? Go out. Okay, go out. Specific program or course. So you'll state there what specific program or course that you want to enroll in that university. So in making the college and application letter for the college and for the application admission application letter this is the parts of application letter. So these are the specific parts that you should include in your college, in your application. So you have your full name, your date, college name, or what department you want to enroll, and salutation. Do you familiar with what is salutation? Huh? Yeah, greetings, politeness. And in the body, you will state there your introduction, why you want to attend that college, and your academic interest, and so on. So that includes the body of the letter. And then, complimentary closing. Next is your name and signature. And also, don't forget your contact details. So this is the format of application letter for admission. So this is the format. So this is the person who apply and the person nga ilihang sendan sa ilihang application letter. Tara yung contact number. So this is the full name, katunay address, this part, ano siya. And then, the one nga iyang sendan is this part. And this is the salutation. And this is the body. And ano day ang closing. Ano siya closing. And then, the contact details. And the closing. Ano siya. So, that is the format of kanang college admission letter. So, nasabtan na ba ang college ay application for admission? With the format. Next is the application letter for employment. So can you read everybody?
Application letter for employment. First of all, the cover letter is sent together with a resume when applying for a job. It explains why you are qualified for a position and why your employer should consider you for an interview.
So ang resume kuno og employment letter is mapuban silang duha. And then it serves as your home cover letter. So if you want to apply in that specific position, so you need to apply for application letter for employment. So maybe you are in this company, you are a manager, and you want to apply in the other company a specific position, which is the supervisor. So you make your employment an application for employment, and together with your resume. So what to include in your application letter for employment? So you have the heading, salutation, body of letter, complimentary clause, and signature. So those are you will include in making your application for employment. So this is the format of your application letter. So we include there your heading, your salutation, this, and the what kung kinsa inyong sendan in that specific letter, and then your body of the letter, and your complimentary clause, and the signature. So you put signature above your name. So that is the application letter for employment. So nasabtan na ba what is application letter for employment? Next is the office correspondence. So, can you read everybody the office correspondence? The meaning of office correspondence?
Office correspondence is a formal written communication used in an office or workplace to share information, give instructions, make requests, or send messages between employees, departments, or organizations.
Okay, so in the office correspondence, there are three majors. First is the business letter. Second is the business memo, and last is the business email. So we will tackle first the business letter. So business letter is the traditional way of communicating information from one company to another or used in external correspondence. So what do you mean by external correspondence? What do you mean by external? Huh? What do you mean by external? Any idea? External? Huh? Okay, that was outside. So, internal means outside. Next is, so there are types of business letters. So in making business letters, so you will, the format it is depends on the company, the requirements of the company set. And also you can either full block, the semi-block, and the medium block. That is the business letter. So I picked one example for the business letter. So I choose the inquiry letter. So this is the format of inquiry letter. So this is the format of inquiry letter. The address, the date, the name that you want to send your letter, the body, and the complimentary closing, and the signature of your sa business letter. Sa type of letter, inquiry letter. Next is the business memo. Can you read everybody what is business memo? Okay, so what do you mean by internal correspondences? Okay, within the same organization or company. So there are many types of business memo, but I choose one. So can you read the type of business memos, or can you read everybody?
Announcement memo, professional memo, financial memo, request for action, directives, field report, and list of memo resignation.
So those are the types of business memo. I choose only one example, which is the announcement memo. So are you familiar with the announcement memo? Okay, suspension of classes. Okay, somehow. Thank you. And are you familiar with directives? The directives is that is a letter from the authority. So here are an example of my business memo. So I choose the announcement memos. So this is the example of business memo. So indicate there who we want to address that letter, the from asagikan, and then the date and the subject of your memo and the body and your signature. So the difference between the memo is there is a serial number and the title line, like this on subject, company outing. That is the difference nila between the memo. There is a serial or series number of a memo. Nakakita na ba yung memo? Na mga i-post sa mga schools, mga offices of the government, mayor, under suspension of classes. Diba? Bukta ito, series of number, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Next is, the last is the business email. So can you read everybody what is business email?
There is no required format of writing email correspondence, but it is strictly requires professional.
Okay, so the business email does not require a format, but you should expect to maintain a professional flow. So here are the tips of making the business email. So make sure the office correspondence is concise and easy to understand. It is recommended by your correspondents to have a brief sentences and paragraphs for employees that to read it quickly. And controlling the tone of writing is important in any office correspondence. It should not sound too formal or too informal. So here are examples of, here is the example of business. So there's from and to, from last P to what you as we send a letter and your subject and your salutation and your letter and the closing. So that is the business email. So the key points of this is the key points of business emails. Can you read everybody?
This correspondence is a written exchange of internal and external communication to support all business processes. And it is also known as a business correspondence. A business letter is a traditional way of communicating information from one company to another, which is external correspondence. A business memo is a written communication simply between companies offices to another. A business email is an office correspondence that can be introduced through numbers. There is no regard for what the writing email correspondence, but it is stated in the record of data.
Okay, so do you understand what are the three majors of office correspondence? Okay, what are those?
This is the letter, business memo, and business email.
Okay, before we proceed to our application, so let me ask, do you understand what are those professional correspondence? Any hands? Huh? Nasaktan na ba? Okay, so kay nasaktan na, let's proceed to your application. So in your application, I want you to do it individually because I want you to test your understanding if you really understood the lesson that I discussed. Instruction. In a one whole sheet of paper, you make one professional correspondence of your choices using that format. So you will choose one in that one professional correspondence. So you write it in a one whole sheet of paper. What is it? You will make your own. Huh? You will make Kailangan yung gapon either resume ba, application letter for employment, letter for admission, business memo, business letter, or business email. Kanila? The business email. So, okay. Definition. So this is the resume. Is at the back. Are you done? This side. Body. How about this side? Are you done? Okay, boys at the front. Wala kayo mo ang mana mo. Create application employment. How to apply the Jollibee people. Kung apply siya ka service ko. Kamu dia bapak nak kayak apa lagi? Okay, you have 8 minutes left. you have 8 minutes left, so that we can proceed to your assessment. Okay, 7 minutes left. Okay, 5 minutes left. Your signature. I email you, ma'am. Okay. Send us a format. Okay, 10 minutes left. Wala ba telephone number? Cellphone number Okay, if you're done, the two of you go back to your seats. Go to your permanent seats if you're done. And then wait for the others so that we can proceed to your assessment. Whose paper is this? Jobert Kabuha, Kabusas? Okay, go back to your permanent seat now if you're done. Wait for the others. Are still making their professional correspondences. Tama na, Dan? Okay, you have 2 minutes left. You're done? All of you? How about this side? Are you done? No, just keep some of paper because you will write again your assessment at the back. Okay, done? How about students at the back? Are you done? Okay. At this side. Are you done? Who are still answering? Raise your hand. Wala ka? Okay, you have 1 minute left. Okay, the two of you almost done mo. Ba? If you're done, keep quiet. Boys at the side. Okay, done? Who are still answering? By making. Almost done na? So that we can proceed now. Already done? Done? Okay, let's proceed to, at the back of your paper, write the assessment. Okay, assessment, instructions. Instruction, choose the letter of the correct answer from the choices. Number 1, write the letter only. Done, number 1. Number 2. Done with number 2. Wala pa? Wala na? Yes. Okay, done. Number 3. Number 4. Okay, done. Movements up. Change your papers. Yes. Okay, start. Here, read answer number 1. Start. Louder.
What is the professional correspondent? B.
What is letter B, Rita?
I will say the professional.
Okay, correct. So it is written communication used in professional settings. Letter B. Okay, number 2. Okay, number 2 is letter B, resume. Number 3. Number 3. Okay, letter C. To make communication really clear and organized. So that's number 4. Okay, number 4 is formal and clear language. Okay, count the number of scores. And after, return it to the owner. Return says to the owner. Who got 4? 3, 2, 1. Okay, very good. Okay, pass your papers forward. Oh, don't forget to identify kami. Okay. Pass your papers forward. Ano ni tanan? Okay, so easy na ba mag-magawa professional correspondence? Ha? Not? Okay, so if you already understand what are those professional correspondence. So what are those? Raise your hand, you can answer. Okay? Ha? What are those for professional correspondence? Okay, those are the professional correspondence. So what is resume? What is resume? Okay, summary of your skills. So what is what are the 3 majors of office correspondence? Okay, you 3 majors of office correspondence. There are 3. Did I tell you earlier the 3 majors? A business letter, business memo, business email. So what is the difference between the business memo and the other professional correspondence? What is the difference? Okay, what is the difference? Anong nadahi man ang business memo sa other na kuha? There is a specific naman. Ha? Diba? So, the difference between the memo is there is a signature na? Signature of what? Okay? You can help? Okay, there is a serial number in the memo. So, based from our discussion, so what is your understanding? Kasi nasabtan ninyo. Conclusion in our lesson. Ha? Conclusion. What is your conclusion? Mga realizations. Pagkakita, tungkol ka, professional correspondences. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. So, but before we end, let's check if you attain our learning objectives. So, first, did you identify the different types of professional correspondence? Yes. So, did you appreciate the importance of professional correspondence? Yes. And lastly, did you create your own version? So, before we end, so I have here little rewards for your active participation. So, for those who are trying mga tickets, so kindly show to me so I can add your price. So, let's begin here. Let's begin here. This side, where they go on. Okay, this side. Okay, let's begin here. Mga ticket, okay, hello. Hello.
Hello!
Okay, Malo? Okay, Malo? Wala kay ticket. O, sige, get only the hello. Hello? Okay. Okay. Yeah, the ticket. Okay. Get one. Okay. Hello? Hello, get the hello. Okay, Malo? Malo, in this side. Malo. Ticket free. Okay, Malo? Okay, Malo? Okay, Malo? Okay, Malo? Naman na, in this side. This side. Malo. Sunod. Okay, one and no one. Okay, Malo. Okay, Malo, in this. Malo, masunod na rin. Okay, ticket. I don't eat yet. Okay, Malo. Okay, Malo, in that side. I know you raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay, 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 now sending your report. Okay, now sending your report. Okay, thank you for listening, grade 11 youths. I hope you learned something from me, and I'm thankful that I learned something from you. So, good luck in your journey. Okay, let's have
Okay, one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Ada sa video. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. Waki. Video sa ingon ninyo.
Hi kayo, ma'am. Gimam.
1, 2, 3, go. Ano pa si ma'am? Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Uy, kaman, uy! Uy! Ma'am, salamat po yung bakit, ma'am.
Friday.